Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the bike that I've been waiting to ride. The 2021 Street Bob with a 114 in it. If you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know me and the Street Bob were pretty tight. And I love this motorcycle. Look at those choppers, man. That is tough. Yeah, this bike, I'm telling you, just like I told that gentleman right there, if I could have a number 2 motorcycle, it would have to be this. I mean, it would have to be a motorcycle that was super special to me to outdo this one. The last time I was on a Street Bob, Harley was not offering the 114. That one had a 107. It was a 2020 that I was riding. So this is the 2021 Street Bob with a 114 Milwaukee 8 in it. And I'm telling you, with this motorcycle, with the weight, the lower weight that it has in this 114, God, this bike will just scoot. Really, really get up and go. Look at this guy, man. He's just got it all going on in all the right places. One of the things with me right now, you know, I am working from home 100% of the time. So I don't commute back and forth to work anymore. But if I did, I would have a bike like this to take me back and forth to work every single day. This is just one of the perfect motorcycles that I can imagine for that. And I don't know what you guys think. I know some people like analog gauges, some people like the digital gauges. The digital gauge in this that shows you your speed and your mileage and your blinker indicator and gear and all that stuff, I like it. I think it looks good, and it suits me just fine. So if I had this bike, I tell you, I'd put some aftermarket exhaust on it. I don't think I would keep the stock exhaust. And then there's some people out there that I've seen on YouTube. Tony Cox is one of them. Man, he's got a Street Bob and he's doing some crazy, sick stuff on that motorcycle. And that's what I would love to do. You know, I would love to buy a new motorcycle like the Street Bob and use it as just a bike to have some fun with and just customize the crap out of that thing. I just absolutely love the minimalist design of this motorcycle. It is awesome. And probably one of the reasons is, you know, my current motorcycle has got all the bells and whistles and all the technology that you could possibly imagine is on that bike, and I love it. Nothing bad about that, but this has none of that. It's just you and your motorcycle, and you're out riding, doing your thing. And there's something to be said of that. That's really neat. Yeah, something else I would probably put on this one, just as a safety concern, I would put LEDs on this guy. You know, all the turn signals, all your blinkers, that type of thing. Probably a different headlight. I don't know if this has a LED headlight in it or not on the 2021s. But if it didn't, I would put one in there. Yeah, just the weight ratio on this bike will really throw you back a little bit with that 114 in it. A lot of power. Can you imagine, you take a bike like this, put a stage 3 in it or stage 4 in it, take a Street Bob. Okay, bear with me here. We take a 2021 Street Bob and you put a 131 in it. That would be an absolute beast. Maybe Blockhead has already done that. I'm not sure, but wow. What an absolute beast of a motorcycle that would be. So let's talk about your riding position on this bike. Maybe I've already mentioned it, I'm not sure, but I'm 5'9", and this is a good fit for me. I feel like I'm stretched out a little bit, but not too terribly much. It's comfortable for my shoulders. I have some shoulder issues. Had a shoulder injury, and so I have a shoulder issue. So this is a comfortable ride height for me. I think anything lower, and I don't think it would be. So I feel like my arms are propped up at a good height. The only thing I'm not sure about, which it seems like I remember this from the last time that I rode a Street Bob, is the seat. Like right now, you know, we've just put a few miles on this bike, and the seat's comfortable for the most part. But would it be if I was out riding around for a few hours at a time? I'm not so sure. So maybe an aftermarket seat that's got a little more cushion in it, maybe, I don't really know. And one other thing about this that I don't think I have mentioned, and it's probably the reason I love the Street Bob so much, man, it's just fun. I mean, you set everything else aside, and this motorcycle is just so much fun. And I think that's what draws me to it. It's at a great price point for a Harley Davidson. If you want something that's a little different, maybe a little bigger than the Sportster, if that's an accurate statement. But from the price point and then the amount of pure enjoyment that a motorcycle like this brings me whenever I get to ride one, I am down with the Street Bob. Now we're about to get on the freeway, so I'm just going to make a guess here. As light as this bike is and the winds are starting to pick up, I think we might be in for a little bit of a bumpy ride. The bike isn't having any problems keeping up at these speeds. What, 63 miles per hour? I think we got up to about 70 or so, which is the speed limit right through here. So no problems at all. It's just the bike is lightweight. Doesn't have a fairing, doesn't have a windshield, so you're taking a lot of that from the elements just as they are. Well, I'll tell you what, I have enjoyed riding this Street Bob so very much. So that guy is in a lot of trouble. Well, I hope you guys have a much better day than that gentleman does right there. All right, back at the dealership. I hope you guys have an excellent day. We'll talk to you again soon.